I feel like I finally have a setup where I can do makeup and have it not be weird, and I have a desk in front of me and it's really nice. Might not be perfect, but I'm very happy with it. So I wanted to do like a cream look, but I know that a lot of times when people do cream looks or all cream looks, they're always like very like natural makeup, and I didn't want that. I wanted something that was a little bit more fun and dramatic, because I feel like we already have enough of like creams being approachable, so let's make them unapproachable. So that's what we're doing today. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe. My name is Allie, and I make makeup videos not super regularly, but I'm trying now that I have a setup that is conducive to making videos. So yeah, I'm gonna zoom in. I've already done my brows, so okay, so I can even have a mirror, it's great. So I'm going to prime my eyes, but I don't want to prime my full eye because it's just not necessary. So I'm gonna use the LA Girl priming eye primer. I have like that much left, can you see? Not a lot. So I'm just gonna use that to hide some of the imperfections on like the top part of my eye. Can you like even see? I do use this primer with a brush, and I just I really like this primer, but Ulta doesn't sell LA Girl in stores anymore, which is like extremely frustrating to me. So I'm currently trying the Ulta Beauty one, which I actually really like, but it's a lot more silicone-y than the LA Girl one, which has a more like, I don't want to say clay, but it feels almost like a clay finish. It's better. Okay, so I'm gonna use two cream shadows that I've never used together, so I don't know how they're gonna work, but I wanted to dip into the Flower Beauty Pop Fanatic Eye Pigment, which is this really jelly cream eyeshadow. It's prone to creasing, so if you're not into that, you're not gonna like it, but it's in the shade Splash PF5, which is just the really bright like 80s color blue. But I don't know if you can see that. It's very gel textury. It's a very interesting color. So I want to use that along with a newer one. It's new to me anyway, which is the Crystal Fusion from Koki, but it's in this like mauve color. It's in the shade Millennium. And I thought that that might be cool to layer these, because I've only ever used this on its own and this on its own, so kind of see what they can do. And the way that I apply these is I generally use like a flat but thicker brush, not one of those like thinner packing brushes. And I mean, I just put it on, and I'm going for a very specific shape today. Now, like I said, these are not, they're a gel finish. They're not long lasting. They will crease on your eyes. So I pack it down first, and then I like to take a blending brush. I have a specific one that I use. It already has the blue on it. This is the one from Persona. And the reason I like this is because it's so spreadable. And I'll go back in and retouch it, but do you see that? It's just, it's just so pretty. And then I go back in and just kind of retouch in the spots where I've lost a lot of that pigment. And this is the type of eyeshadow, if you're wearing this all day, it's going to like run if you don't set it. That's kind of why I wanted to try it with this, because I feel like adding something on top of it. I might even also put on this MAC shadow. It's one of their Dazzle shadows in the shade Last Dance. I don't know, I just feel like maybe it'll make it last. I don't know. But I'm actually gonna put the Dazzle or the Kokie shadow on my hand. I seriously don't have any idea how this is gonna go. And I want a brush, but I don't know what brush I want. I need to clean all my brushes. Let's just take my hand. So I'm just gonna well, that did like nothing. We're just gonna leave it like this because it did nothing. So I'm gonna do my other eye and stop talking and just put some music on because you guys saw how I did it. And then just to set this down, I'm gonna go in with a colorful palette and just go in with one of these blues. I'll probably just use this one just so that I can have something to set it. Because like I said, these don't set down, but since this is an all cream look, you want it to last as long as it possibly can. And I'm just taking that same brush with the creams on it and just packing it down. And it changes the tone a little bit, but that's okay. We can even add another shade on top to get it back to where it was. And the palette I'm using isn't even available anymore. I keep it solely because I think it's a good quality colorful eyeshadow palette, but I'm not going to promote it because all the drama that goes along with it. And just for good measure, I'm going to go in with that like turquoise shade just to kind of lessen the deepness that's happened. There we go. And this will kind of bring it back to that original color that it was. Okay, so I guess this isn't all creams. I think that looks cool though. I like that. Okay, I am gonna use some white eyeliner. Now I'm gonna zoom out and do the face. Again, all creams. Okay, so I love this because it's almost like a doll. I don't know. So for primer, I'm just going to use the Tula face filter. It's a blurring and a moisturizing primer. It's just what I have out right now. You can use anything. And I'm super sunburnt, so things aren't going to be a perfect match today, and that's okay. So before I do foundation, I want to go in with a cream bronzer, and the one I've been using is actually not a bronzer. It's from Wet n Wild. It's their Photo Focus foundation stick, but it's in the shade Almond. Ideally, I would have gotten a lighter shade, but I wasn't 100% sure. But that's the shade I got, and I prefer to apply this prior to any sort of complexion product because it is so pigmented. But I just literally take it like this, and I don't really contour. It's not my thing. I know a lot of people still do it. I'm just not a big fan of it. And I take a duo fiber brush like this to blend it out, but I find that bronzer gives me what I want, so I'm not going to add in an extra step that I just simply don't enjoy. I only have one contouring product, and if I really am in the mood, I'll pull it out. Otherwise, I would just rather not. Okay, so as you can see, this looks crazy. So I'm gonna stay looking like this, but it looks insane, I know. So I'm actually only going to use concealer today. I'm gonna use the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Madeline. I like to apply it under my eyes with my fingers first. And with my fingers, it's just strictly a preference. I just find that underneath the eyes, because that area is so much thinner than the rest of your face, and also it's a little bit drier than the rest of my face, using the warmth of my fingers just helps it melt into that area a little bit more. But I find that I don't need to do that on the rest of the face. I was gonna check and make sure that my quality was good. The last time I filmed a video, everything was in 720, which is not what I ever film in, so I'm gonna check that really fast. I don't know if this is better, but I just feel like I'm still getting used to the angles. I'm not using a real tripod, I'm using like a mini tripod, so this is what we're working with right now. Okay, so I'm gonna take this with a brush. The brush that I've really been enjoying using this with is the Luxie 660. It's a precision foundation brush, and I've never used this as a foundation brush until I started doing this. So the way I like to use it is to literally just my skin is a little drier today, unfortunately. It doesn't cover everything, but it's giving me exactly what I wanted. So then I'm going to use the Cloud Paint in Puff. Since we do have a cooler tone, very cool tone eye, I figure a cool tone blush would be a look, you know? And I just take a foundation brush, and I like to take off any excess. I like to press everything in so that it all melts together. Especially since, like I said, I'm a little bit drier today and I'm not using a sponge or anything. I'm using strictly brushes, which has been my preference for all creams because I feel like it makes everything last a little bit longer. And then for highlight, I am gonna go in with Auric. The Auric Glow in Selenite, which is a bit warmer, but I think it'll look really, really nice. And I'm gonna use my Morphe highlighting brush, which I don't think I've actually ever used for this, but I'll probably take my hands over everything and kind of melt everything in. Yeah. And this isn't like the best brush for this product because it just doesn't really work well with liquids. I really wanted a more natural look with a blue eyeshadow apparently. These looks always just remind me of like a model off duty type look where they have like something really crazy going on, very like New York City, but then they like have nothing on their face and their skin looks perfect. That's kind of the look I was going for. I'm gonna do mascara. I found my eyelash curlers, but they've been like sitting under my desk for a long time, so I need to clean out all the little eyelashes apparently and any like dust particles. So it would truly be a treat to get something stuck in my eye. Okay, I think we're good. I don't even really think I curled them right. I haven't done this in forever. I also have another one. Is this the same curler? I think it's different, but it's very dirty, so yeah, I like left hairs out. It's fine. I'm gonna use the Roen mascara, which is not my first choice for a mascara in general, but it's the one I have out. So it's the one I'm gonna use. And as you can see, it's already creasing, but I warned you. Something in my eye. I can feel it. I can feel it. I don't know what's in my eye, but it's just gonna live there for a little while. So for lips, thinking a nude, and I'm thinking Pixie Nude Sticks Whisper. No lip liner, because it just, I feel like, why, you know? That's how bad the sunburn is. So I feel like this looks so good. It's very summer. It's all, you know, all creams, super easy, fast. If you want something a little bit more dramatic. Oh, I want to put more eyebrow gel on. Try to remember to list everything in the description box, but no promises. But yeah, this is it. This is the finished look. Thank you so much for watching if you got this far. I'm hoping to do more things now that I have the area to do it in. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.